Oh, hello students, this is Mrs. Mulligan. Thank you for continuing with the course. The other day, we were finally working with idle the interpreter. Today, we're going to learn more about idle the interpreter, how to access it again in different ways, and then we're going to learn about text editors. The Python interpreter, just to summarize what we covered the other day, processes text-based program code and also has an interactive mode where you can test snippets of code, and as we will learn later, will be useful for debugging our code or making sure that our code is good. Python interactive mode can be entered in a number of ways. Let's go and do that right now. The first way is from the regular command prompt. Since I got Windows 10, I can go into the search box and type command prompt. When I do that, the command prompt shows up. Here we are. This is the command prompt right here. The command prompt comes from the operating system, and when I started studying code long time ago, we used to do what was called DOS, DOS, and we'll enter commands directly in here. You can also do that with the interpreter. Now, from the regular command prompt, simply we enter the command Python. Try to use lowercase. Let's see what happens. As you can see, the command prompt tells me that Python 3.72 is installed. This is a Python primary prompt where you can interact with the interpreter if you wanted to. Remember that the interpreter or idle, like we did the other day, can also be a web screen, but this is another way to access to it. Now, let's do what we did the other day. Let's go to the Windows Start menu, and then we can choose to go down under P for Python. Make sure that you always open the right version of Python and click on idle. As you can see, we can also click here for the command prompt. This is what we call is the 3.72 shell or Python shell. Some people call this the idle or Python GUI, GUI, to launch a Python shell window containing the Python primary prompt. It doesn't really matter what method you use to enter the interactive mode of Python or the Python interpreter, because the Python interpreter or idle will respond in the same way to commands entered with this. As long as you see this, 3 little triangles, which means primary prompt. In its simplest form, Python can be used as a calculator. So now that we are in the interactive mode, go ahead and go into your idle mode into Python, and using any method that we described before, type a simple addition and hit return to see what the interpreter will bring out. Well, let's do 8 plus 4. As you can see, I press the space bar. You can do that too. Let's see what Python does. There we go. 8 plus 12 give us 8 plus 4 give us 12. So Python acted as a calculator. The Python interpreter also understands expressions, so parentheses can be used to give higher precedence. The part of the expression enclosed within parentheses will be calculated first. For example, let's enter 3 times 8 plus 4 and see what we get first. We get 28. Now let's try with the parentheses. We're going to enter the same expression, but this time we're going to add the parentheses to specify precedence order. when I teach mathematics, normally this is called Pemdas, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. As you can see, I'm putting in parentheses where the 8 plus 4 is. It's okay if you put the spaces, as Python doesn't really recognize spaces when it does calculations. You'll be okay. In other places, we'll be talk about when is good and when is not good to use spaces. But for now, let's do the calculation and see what we get. Oh wow, we got 36. So as you can see, Python uses something called Pemdas. Well, he uses Pemdas, but Python doesn't really know what Pemdas means. Pemdas stands for order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. It is the same order that it would be followed in a calculator. Now Python's interactive mode is useful as a simple calculator, but you can create programs for more extensive functionality. A Python program is simply a plain text file script generated with an editor, such as Windows Notepad. Please do not use word processor such as Microsoft Word to create program files, as they add format information in the file that Python will not understand. Now, the question that you'll be asking yourself now is, why do we use idle and why do we use an editor? Well, we use an editor such as Notepad or Atom, which is the editor that I'm going to show you next, to be able to write the code there. Notepad is not as helpful as Atom, because Atom, as you go writing your code, it will format the code and it will show you where you could have an error, and also you will see how different parts of your code have different colors, which makes it helpful to find mistakes. Let me go to Atom and show you how to download Atom and put it in your machine. And after we download Atom, we're going to write our first program. I'll see you soon.